Hey, today on the channel Being a Flying Figure, we are going to be taking a look at the Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse Kon-El, or better known as Superboy from the reign of the Superman. This was a series that I remember reading back in the 90s, The Death of Superman. And then all of a sudden, these Superman, different versions of it, this one in particular, was a clone of Lex Luthor. So got pushed out ahead of time before he was actually fully done, fully matured, and he ended up being a more of a younger teenager. This version here has him a little older, but nonetheless, I'm glad I picked it up. We are gonna get this package open. Well, actually, let's take a look at the package. This one has no accessories, just the figure itself with the normal stand and card and trading card. Nothing on the side, as always, or on the top or bottom, and then a nice picture of the Superboy here, but without the stubble. And here he has a little bit of a stubble there. So no earrings, no glasses, which is the version that we're all used to. But nonetheless, I got it. I'm excited. Let's open this up and see what it looks like. Be right back. All right, so now that we have them out of the package in here, again, like I said before, standard. Only comes with the stand, and it comes with a trading card. Little information there if you want to read it. Pause it now. Now, I hate sometimes when they do these, trading cards in the pictures, because I would have loved that particular, the belt. I would have liked just a simple harness there on the side, and the boots, and then the gloves. And these, it's totally different. I'm sure it's from a different version. This one doesn't have that S that this figure has on the side. But, at least we got him. We were waiting for a long time for him to come up with the reign of the Superman. And I'm glad that he has, with Steel coming up soon. Hopefully, Cyborg is out there, and also long hair Superman, and maybe another version of the black suit Superman. With the long hair, not the beard and the short hair like we got recently. So, but the figure itself, not too crazy about the body. I know it shares a lot of these new younger, for the younger teens and titans and stuff like that body, but not fond of the legs at all. I mean, he looked like he starved to death. But other than that, I'm digging the jacket. Especially has the S on the back, and a lot of the Mcfarlane toys, mostly all the Mcfarlane Supermans, don't have the S in the back. The Hush version has it, and I'm hoping that the new Superman, that another Hush version, because they're coming up with two of them, has the S in the back. It is glued, so you can't really do much with it. But here, not bad. I wish they would have had the nice little S curl, the little small one. Not really digging the cut, but it's not bad. I mean, it ain't great, but it ain't totally bad. A nice little stitch as there. It has its good things. I mean, it's not bad. I'm just not a fan of the legs. Pretty heavy. It's a little bit more heavier than the John Kent version that they came out last year. Has nice articulation, so I guess not having that extra set of hands, this hand's always going to be in that position. So again, that's actually going to be the going up in the air hand. So again, the legs are the legs are like getting a little annoyed. Not a fan of the legs. I mean, I know he's supposed to be a teenager, but they would have been a bit more proportion to the figure. Boots are okay. They have the little lace detail on it, which most of them don't. So yeah. Nice crunch, considering it has that jacket over. Head doesn't really go up that high, so those kind of poses, it does go down quite a lot. So yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I'll be able to complete my Reign of Superman soon with the other figures. So, hopefully this is just one version of it. I mean, I always read the boxes where they always tell you what versions of them. Hopefully there is another variant of this coming out soon from Mcfarlane. So I know there a lot of focus now is on those Flash figures, which I already got my pre-orders in. And I hope you do too. But yeah, I mean, it's an okay figure. It'll do for now. Besides the fact that the legs, I hate the legs. Overall, the jacket, I mean, it's nicely done. The spikes is done. I wish it would have come with an extra set of hands, or at least another fist or straight flying hand pose. But I guess it'll do. And then, you know, as we slowly complete the, let me get this out of the way. And this is the John Ken. Like they share the same legs, but it doesn't look too bad on this body. I mean, I'm not a fan of them either, but I mean, it looks good with that one. But, you know, and then this S should have been on this hair. Even if they were going to do the shades around the head, we should have been fine. But they should have used that top of that head on the kid. But other than that, it's not bad. And again, as we are slowly completing the reign of the Superman, here's the Eradicator. And which is a little cape heavy, so sometimes might have to use a stand to stand them up. Oh, there he is. And of course, I was debating which Superman to match him up against. I was going to try using the Hush one, but I decided to go with the 1000 comic Superman, which is like, you know, I guess pre-death Superman. And as you can see, you know, when they made this figure, he scaled a lot smaller than the newer versions of the Supermans now. Most of them are a little bit taller, or they look a little bit thin, but it still holds up. I always think this is like one of the greatest Superman that he's made. The uniform, the only thing that it lacked was no S in the back, which, you know, he kind of remedied now with the Hush one. But it would have been great to have the S on the back of this. And this was like, you know, this is actually it's the first Superman that when I started getting back into the Mcfarlane collection and collecting DC and Marvels, this was actually the first Superman that started it all. I had wrestlers, elites and all that in my collection. I didn't have a superhero, and then the Superman here was the first one that I got. So this has started all. Now I've got tons of figures everywhere. And I still have tons in boxes. And working my way to purchasing more detox to display. And one of these days, once I get everything situated and everything prepped up, I'll do a video. But in the meantime, I can't wait to get the other figures of these. Steel and Cyborg Superman and Long Hair Superman. Post-death Superman, what I used to call. But yeah, again, it is starting to, I think right now, I mean, the figures are not all perfect. But we are getting some great figures out of Mcfarlane ever since in what 3 years, 3 years or so that he's had the rights to it. So and they keep getting better, and he keeps cranking them, and they're affordable. So the price hasn't changed much. So I'm glad, and it makes it a lot easier for our not so much of a new collector, but to the comics and you know, superhero. I'm starting to get back in it. Has always been an elite and a wrestler, more of a wrestling fan to begin with. But I've always in the back always loved Marvel. I've always liked DC. I grew up a lot on DC and the Supermen. So, and I followed the storylines in the 80s and 90s. As I got older, I kind of stopped reading the comics, and you know, obviously have to work and pay bills, but and raise kids. But yeah, I'm glad, and he's doing a great job. So as always, guys, thank you for supporting the channel. Please subscribe, leave your comments, and hit the like button. and I will definitely see you on the next time. And as always, support each other, take care of each other, and continue to be a fine figure. Peace.